This is Admiral Yuki Tanaka Volkov, Terran Strategic Command. What I am about to disclose has been classified at the highest level for 47 years. It concerns the single most destructive act in recorded galactic history. We killed a star. We did it deliberately. We did it publicly. And we did it to send a message that would echo across the universe for eternity. This is Case File 088. This is the story of Project Nova and the extinction of the Zarathi hegemony. The Zarathi were not like other species humanity had encountered. They did not seek territory for expansion. They did not want resources or slaves or converts. They did not operate on logic we could understand. The Zarathi believed in purity, cosmic purity. They saw the universe as corrupted by the existence of other sentient species. Their religion, their philosophy, their entire civilization was built around one goal: the cleansing of all non-Zarathi life. For 10,000 years, they had waged wars of extermination against every species they encountered. They did not conquer. They did not negotiate. They simply killed until nothing remained. 43 species had been completely eliminated by the Zarathi before humanity achieved spaceflight. 43 civilizations erased from existence. Their worlds sterilized. Their histories forgotten. Their people reduced to nothing but ash, drifting in the void. When the Zarathi discovered humanity, they did not see a threat. They did not see a rival. They saw another infection to be cleansed. First contact occurred in 2271. A Zarathi scout fleet encountered a human exploration vessel near the edge of colonized space. They destroyed it without communication, without warning, without hesitation. We attempted diplomacy. We sent envoys with messages of peace. The envoys were killed. We proposed treaties, trade agreements, non-aggression pacts. The Zarathi responded with silence and occasional attacks on border settlements. For 27 years, we existed in a state of Cold War. The Zarathi probed our defenses. We reinforced our colonies. Neither side committed to full conflict. Then came June 17, 2298. The Zarathi had been planning for years. They had mapped our colony worlds. They had calculated our response times. They had positioned their fleets in hidden locations throughout our territory. At exactly 0600 hours, Terran Standard Time, they struck. 17 colonies, simultaneous attacks, orbital bombardment platforms that had been disguised as asteroid debris suddenly activated and began firing. New Shanghai, population 800 million, destroyed in 47 minutes. Meridian Prime, population 600 million, destroyed in 39 minutes. Esperanza, Haven, Nova Brasilia, Kepler's Hope, Roosevelt Station, 17 worlds, 4 billion human beings, dead. I was stationed at Terran Strategic Command when the reports began flooding in. At first, we thought it was a sensor malfunction. The scale was impossible. No species had ever launched such a coordinated attack. Then the visual feeds arrived. I watched New Shanghai burn. I watched the orbital platforms methodically grid the planet, ensuring no population center was missed. I watched 800 million people die, while we were too far away to do anything but witness. The Zarathi broadcast the destruction on all frequencies. They wanted us to see. They wanted the galaxy to see. They wanted everyone to understand that this was the fate of species that existed in Zarathi space. Their supreme commander transmitted a message as the last colony fell. Humans of Earth, You have been judged and found unworthy of existence. Your colonies were the first cleansing. Your homeworld will be the last. Prepare for extinction. The universe will be pure. I have been a soldier for 40 years. I have seen combat. I have ordered attacks that killed thousands. I thought I understood war. I did not understand rage. Not until that day. The Federation Council convened within hours. The session was unlike any in our history. There was no debate, no discussion of options, no consideration of proportional response. President Okonkwo spoke only once. What do we have that can end them? Completely, permanently, so thoroughly that no species will ever threaten human civilians again. Director Chen of Special Projects stood. Project Nova, Madam President. It's ready. It's been ready for 30 years. The room fell silent. Most council members had never heard of Project Nova. It was classified beyond any normal security level, known only to a handful of individuals. Director Chen explained. Project Nova was a stellar destabilization device. It worked by injecting precisely calibrated matter into a star's core, disrupting the fusion process and triggering a cascading collapse. The result was an artificial supernova, destroying everything within several light-years of the target star. We had developed it as a theoretical deterrent, a weapon so terrible that its mere existence would prevent any species from attacking us. We never intended to use it. President Okonkwo asked one question. Can we deploy it to the Zarathi home system? Director Chen nodded. The device is ready. The delivery vessel is ready. We can be in position within 3 weeks. The president looked around the room. Every face showed the same expression. Grief, rage, and absolute resolve. Do it, and make sure the entire galaxy is watching. The Nova fleet departed Earth on June 24th, 2298. 12 ships. One carried the Nova device. The others carried the most advanced sensor and broadcasting equipment humanity possessed. We were not simply going to destroy the Zarathi. We were going to make their death a lesson that would never be forgotten. The journey took 19 days. The Zarathi detected our approach, of course. They assembled their home fleet to intercept us. 3,000 warships gathered to protect their star system. They did not understand what we were bringing. Admiral Petrova, commanding the Nova fleet, broadcast a message as we approached the Zarathi defensive line. Zarathi fleet, you have attacked human colonies without provocation. You have killed 4 billion human civilians. You have declared your intention to exterminate our species. We are not here to negotiate. We are not here to fight your fleet. We are here to demonstrate what happens to species that threaten humanity's existence. You have 12 inhabited worlds in this system. Approximately 31 billion Zarathi citizens. In approximately 4 hours, none of them will exist. We recommend you use this time to make peace with whatever gods you worship. You will be meeting them shortly. The Zarathi Supreme Commander laughed. He actually laughed. His response was broadcast to his entire fleet. 12 human ships threaten 31 billion Zarathi? Your species truly is insane. Destroy them. 3,000 Zarathi warships moved to intercept. Admiral Petrova did not engage them. The Nova device was already deploying. The delivery vessel had separated from the fleet hours earlier, using stealth systems to approach the Zarathi sun undetected. By the time the Zarathi realized what was happening, the device had already entered the star's corona. It took 3 hours for the Nova device to reach the stellar core. 3 hours while Zarathi ships desperately tried to intercept it, burning up in the sun's outer layers. 3 hours while their supreme commander screamed orders that could not be obeyed. At 14:27 hours, the device activated. I have watched the recordings many times. The science teams tell me what happened in technical terms. Matter injection, fusion disruption, core collapse, gravitational rebound. What I saw was simpler. The star died. It happened faster than natural supernovas. The outer layers blew outward in a sphere of stellar fire, expanding at a significant fraction of light speed. The inner core collapsed into a dense remnant, releasing energy beyond comprehension. The Zarathi home fleet had approximately 4 minutes of warning before the shockwave reached them. 4 minutes to understand what was coming. 4 minutes to realize that their entire civilization was about to cease to exist. 3,000 warships, vaporized. The 12 planets of the Zarathi home system had slightly longer. The outer worlds saw the star change color, saw the expansion begin. They had perhaps 20 minutes of knowledge before the fire consumed them. I do not know what they did with those 20 minutes. I do not know if they prayed, or screamed, or held their loved ones, or simply stared at the approaching wall of plasma. I know that they died. 31 billion Zarathi. 12 worlds. 1 star. Gone. The Federation broadcast the destruction on every frequency we could reach. We made sure that every species in the galaxy witnessed the death of the Zarathi sun. We made sure they understood that this was not an accident, not a natural disaster, not an act of God. This was humanity. This was what we did to those who murdered our children. Admiral Petrova transmitted a final message as the shockwave consumed the last Zarathi world. To all species of the galaxy, witness what has occurred here today. The Zarathi killed 4 billion humans. We have killed 31 billion Zarathi. The Zarathi destroyed 17 of our worlds. We have destroyed 12 of theirs. The Zarathi tried to exterminate humanity. We have exterminated them. Let this serve as a lesson. Humanity does not start wars, but we end them completely, permanently, without mercy and without restraint. We have now demonstrated that we possess the capability to destroy stars. We possess multiple Nova devices. We are capable of deploying them to any system in the galaxy. Consider this carefully before you threaten human lives. The Zarathi believed the universe would be pure without other species. The universe is now pure of Zarathi. Humanity remains. The aftermath of Project Nova reshaped galactic civilization more than any event in history. Species that had considered humanity a potential threat immediately sought peace treaties. Empires that had planned eventual expansion into human space abandoned those plans permanently. Civilizations that had never contacted us sent diplomatic missions within months. Not because they respected us, because they feared us. We had proven that we could kill stars. We had proven that we would kill stars. We had proven that 4 billion human deaths would be answered with 31 billion alien deaths. The mathematics were clear. The lesson was absolute. Do not touch humanity. Some have called Project Nova a war crime. They argue that 31 billion deaths, including billions of civilians who had no involvement in the attack on our colonies, was disproportionate, immoral, monstrous. They may be right. But here is what I know. In the 47 years since Project Nova, not a single human colony has been attacked. Not a single human civilian has been killed by alien military action. Not a single species has seriously considered war against the Terran Federation. 4 billion humans died on June 17th, 2298. No humans have died in alien attacks since. The Nova devices still exist. We have never revealed how many. We have never revealed where they are deployed. We simply let the galaxy know that they exist and that we are prepared to use them again. Deterrence through terror. It is an ugly strategy. It makes us into something I am not proud of. But my children are alive. My grandchildren are alive. The human species is alive and thriving and expanding across the stars, and the Zarathi are extinct. I am sometimes asked if I regret Project Nova, if I wish we had found another way. I think about the children of New Shanghai, the families of Meridian Prime, the 4 billion souls who died screaming while the Zarathi laughed. Then I think about the children of Earth, the families on every human world, the billions who live in peace because no species dares threaten them. No, I do not regret Project Nova. I regret that it was necessary. This is Admiral Yuki Tanaka Volkov, signing off. Case file 088 is now closed. The Zarathi tried to exterminate humanity. We exterminated their sun. The galaxy calls us the species that kills suns. They mean it as a warning, a reminder of what we are capable of. We accept the title, because every species that hears it knows the truth. Threaten human lives, and we will not simply defeat you. We will erase you from the universe, star by star, if necessary, until nothing remains but the lesson. Do not threaten